Hey everyone, so we are in lesson number 11 here. Yes, lesson 11 is always the most popular lesson as we get into it here. So, ratios of fractions and their unit rates. So, we're going to be playing with unit rates while playing with fractions here. So, let's get into it. We've got, all right, during their last workout, Izzy ran 2 1/3 miles in 15 minutes. Her friend Julia ran 3 3/4 miles in 25 minutes. Each girl thought she was the faster runner. Based on the last run, who's correct? Okay, so remember, if we want to compare things, if we find the unit rates, we'll know how much it is for one, and we can see who's faster. So for Izzy, she was 2 1/3 miles in the 15 minutes, whereas Julia was 3 3/4 miles in the 25 minutes. So again, if we can figure out how much it is for one, hey, we are set to go. So, well, use whichever approach you want. The least common multiple method, it's nice in some situations, but I'm not a huge fan of it here. What we're really doing is to figure out how much it is for one is we're dividing by 15. So I'm doing 2 1/3, and I'm going to divide you by 15. So I'm going to use my knowledge of dividing with mixed numbers. So let's go improper first. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Hello, 7/3. Divided by, let's make the 15 into the fraction. Resist the temptation to do cross division. I know you want to do the cross division, but it's not there. So don't. We have to rewrite it. So that's really 7/3 times 1/15. All right. No cross division, so we get 7/45. So 7/45 of a mile in the 1 minute. All right, so I'll come on over here. I'll do the same thing. I got to do a better job with my spacing that's here. But now I know it's my division problem, so I can jump right into it. Let's go improper. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15, so it's a 15/4. I'm dividing by the 25. So because I'm dividing by 25, we're really going to multiply by 1/25. Oh, cross division. There you are. Let's divide them both by 5. All right, so there's a 3. There's a 5. So I've got myself 3/20ths here. Now, okay, I thought this was going to be nicer, but now I got to compare these two. All right, 7/45, 3/20ths. I mean, I can do some estimation when it comes down to it. But 3/20ths of a mile, that's there. Let's see here. Technique. How about, what was that? What did you say? What do you think we should do? Common denominator? Yeah, we can do a common denominator. That's there. There's nothing wrong with that. I think estimation's pretty good here as well. So here's what I mean by that. 7/45. If we think about it, 7 times 7 gets me to 49. Okay, so that's like 1/7 that's there. Whereas 3 times what is 21? Oh, that's 7 as well. Man, that's close as well. All right, this stinks. All right, I thought we had something that was a lot nicer here, but we don't. We're going to have to go common denominator. I'm not happy about it either, people. I'm not happy about it there. 20 and 45. All right, the nice thing about it is common denominator, it's not like I'm simplifying here. So I can just multiply the two of them together to get my common denominator. So if I just do 45 times 20, let's use our elementary school knowledge. 45 times 2, 90. 90 times, or 90, add the 10 on, because or times it by 10, or add the 0 on, however you want to say it. 900. Yeah. So when we think about it, common denominator of 900, so that's multiplying by a 20, so that's 140. For this guy, again, if it's the 90, all right, or the 900, we multiplied by a 45. So 3 times 45. 45 and 45 makes 90. Another 45, 135. Whoa, that was close. That was close. I see why the argument is there. Okay, so if we're faster, we are going further. So that means it's the 140, which means it was the 7/45, which means it was Izzy. Ooh, good math in that problem that's there, people. Good math. All right. Let's see here. Is Meredith corrected? We got a turtle here. A turtle walks 7/8 of a mile in 50 minutes. What is the unit rate expressed in miles per hour? Okay. All right. To find the turtle's unit rate, Meredith wrote the following complex fraction. All right. Explain how the fraction 5/6 was obtained. Okay. Well, if we think about it, 5/6, how many minutes in an hour? 60. So if we did 50 out of the 60, well, when we simplify, we get ourselves to our 5/6 that's there. Yeah. So, and again, we did that because that put it in terms of hours. So we rewrote it in terms of hours. That's why we had to do it, and we just couldn't use the 50 because they wanted miles per hour that's there. All right, so 7/8 divided by 5/6. Again, you could just rewrite it and multiply by the reciprocal. You could go ahead and multiply by that least common multiple that's there. It's completely up to you as to where your mind works. 24 would be the case. I'll be honest. I like the basics here. I think there's smaller numbers to work with. So divide by 2. Hello, 3. Divide by 2. Hello, 4. 21 20ths there. All right. So 21 20ths there. So 21 20ths of a mile. So in other words, 1 and 1/20 miles per hour that's there. So that's what we're after in this particular unit there, is really playing with the fractions to use it. Oh, there we go. So determine the unit rates. There we go. I've got it there. I've got it there. All right. Let's see what else we're kind of looking at here. Let's see here. For Anthony's birthday, his mother's making cupcakes for his 12 friends at his daycare. Assuming Anthony is a very young child there, but not too young. You can't be giving those babies cupcakes there. The recipe calls for 3 1/3 cups of flours. This recipe makes 2.5 dozen cupcakes. Anthony's mother only has 1 cup of flour. Is there enough flour for each of his friends to get a cupcake? Explain and show your work. Okay, so the idea here that I'm going to be going with there is I'm going to go back to what we've been doing. We need the flour in order to make the cupcakes. So when we look at this, I can get my equation and then I can plug things in here. So again, there are other techniques. There's definitely, I don't want you to think that there's only one way of solving these problems. So if your mind went somewhere else, it's fine. Just make sure that your answers are matching up. Yeah, we don't mind. All right. Constant is y divided by x, which means I'm doing 2.5 and I'm dividing it by 3 1/3. Okay, here, people. Improper fractions. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So I got 5 halves. We are dividing it by 10/3. So remember, since we're dividing it, we are multiplying by the reciprocal. So it's a 5/2 times a 3/10. Oh, look at that cross division. Look at it there. Let's divide by 5. So we get 3/4. Okay, so my constant is 3/4. So I've got the equation of y equals 3/4 x. All right, Anthony's mother has only 1 cup of flour. 1 cup of flour. My flour was the x. Plug it in there. So y equals 3/4 times 1. Well, 3/4 times 1. Well, that's going to be 3/4. So she can make 3/4 of it. Well, it's supposed to make 2.5 dozen cupcakes. A dozen? That's 12. 2.5 dozen? 12. 12. And then 6. So that would make 30. So it's going to make 3/4 of 30. Of means to multiply. So we're doing 3/4 times 30. That's here. All right. 90/4. Oh, I guess there was some cross division that's there. I'll take advantage of it. I hate to pass up cross division. All right. So because of that, that'll give me 45 halves. All right. 45 halves. Woo! All right. 45 halves. How much is that? That's what? 22.5? 22.5 cupcakes. I made 22.5 cupcakes. All right. How many friends? Oh, my goodness, we're good to go. 12 friends. We got 22.5. We're strong. That's there. All right. Feel good about it, people. Feel good about it. So, yeah, we're making our equations. We're still using our equations. We could go ahead, get into unit rate. But again, unit rate is our constant that we are dealing with. So yeah. Hey, let's draw the line that's right there. It's kind of more of the same idea. And look at that. There's lesson 12. We'll get into that later on there. All right. You're done, people. You're done. All right. No, it's okay. We'll do more tomorrow. All right. We'll do more tomorrow. We'll see you later.